Grizzlies. And center, 6'11", number 4, Stephen Howard. That's all four, standing 6'5", number 22.
And it's our favorite day of the year at 2K Sports. At long last, it's time to roll the ball out there and get the new season of NBA basketball underway. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Berry, our distinguished analysts. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. A look at the Pelicans starting group. Jones is the 2 with Ingram at small forward. Zion and Valanciunas in the middle. And it's McCollum at the point guard position. And for the Grizzlies, Bane and Jackson Jr. holding down the forward spots. Ja Morant is out there with MP, and it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And tonight, the first game of MP's career. A lot of eyes watching to see how his journey begins.
Well, many believe that MP is the next face of the NBA. I mean, he comes from a long line of NBA talent. Father Prince and grandfather Truck both had strong careers. I know this is one of the most anticipated debuts in years.
Well, there may be a lot of games ahead, but game 1 of the regular season is always a little extra special, Grant.
Yeah, no question about it. This is a game everyone looks forward to start the season off on the right foot. I can't tell you how huge it is for a team's confidence to get a win on opening night, but it's definitely one everyone is looking forward to.
And Morant drops them both. Grant, when you look at the Memphis team from last year, everyone was under 30 years of age.
Yeah, and a lot of upside there. But the move this summer to bring in veteran leaders like Marcus Smart, I mean, he fits their timeline, BA, and can also balance some of that youth with experience.
Valanciunas, good.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot more to slow down Valanciunas. He powers right through those guys.
Jackson, pass to MP. Now Adams, and out of bounds. New Orleans will have it.
New Orleans ball.
Here's McCollum to the inside. Pass to Ingram. Valanciunas with a screen on Bane. And here's Williamson. And the first shot of the night for him, no good.
Well, he wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Jackson outside. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
Nice little assist by MP. Spots a guy who's ready to shoot it. He doesn't waste the opportunity.
Pass to Valanciunas. Now McCollum, pounded by Morant. Valanciunas sets a screen for 3. McCollum. Adams grabs the miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
MP looking around. Adams up top. Outside Morant to the paint. Here's MP. Hits the jump hook.
You have to admire the focus from MP. Not allowing the D to overwhelm him there.
For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Outside Ingram. Inside, here's Jones.
Pretty physical move there by Jones, looking to get that contact. A little whistle low.
Well, New Orleans hasn't made the playoffs in consecutive years since 2008, 2009.
You know, BA, that was back in the Chris Paul era. They only reached the postseason twice with Anthony Davis, but in recent years, injuries have prevented them from reaching their potential.
And he can't get the first one. A few teams in the NBA take on the identity of their city. None more than the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, so true. I mean, grit and grind is a way of life in Memphis, and the team embraces that mantra, playing with a swagger.
MP against Jones. Jackson on the wing. MP, the pass to Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And here's MP from outside. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. And here's Williamson. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Trailing by 4. Valanciunas with a screen on MP. Out to McCollum. The three is up. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
CJ just so smooth and is a marksman from 3.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Bain. On the wing, MP. From outside the arc. The Pelicans pull it in.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now here's Williamson. Outside Ingram. Here's Jones. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss.
Well, the D's so tight on him and makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
And Morant gets it to go.
Because of his ability to elevate and make adjustments in air, Morant has no trouble scoring inside.
Morant against McCollum. Valanciunas with a screen on Morant. There's McCollum with the three. Good work there as it goes. Valanciunas has gotten his second bucket of the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out.
Grizzlies making a change here. MP's checked in. All right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding teams. Second, the Grizzlies.
And they were so awesome last year on the boards, blocking out, maintaining position, and finishing off possessions with the rebound. They are physical, and that effort afforded them a ton of extra possessions.
All right, let's go to the sideline. We've got something on MP.
Thank you, BA. Well, if you were curious just how hyped the NBA world is for MP's debut, just look at that crowd. Celebrities from all over are in attendance, and also his father, former player Prince. And those set of eyes are probably putting the most pressure on MP to perform, guys.
A lot of big names out there, right? Thanks, Allie. So for New Orleans right now. Alvarado and McCollum comprise the backcourt. Zion and Valanciunas in the middle.
Making a bit of a statement. Murphy to the rack.
Jose Alvarado.
Memphis trailing here. MP right side. Kennard outside. Pass to Jackson. MP inside. McCollum defends. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Jackson.
Their plan working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Williamson against Jackson. Williamson passes to McCollum. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Counted.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Williamson. Williamson. The putback is no good.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Pass to McCollum. Valanciunas down low. MP's there, and he comes up with a bucket. Valanciunas has got 6 points. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And I don't know if everybody's getting in this block party flow, but that's what's happening tonight. They've done a great job of being aggressive on all the shooters. Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
Back to Smart. Pass to Kennard. MP with it. Got a piece of it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. And here's the schedule for the Memphis Grizzlies. On Friday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they kick off a road trip in Washington, where they'll take on the Wizards. 52 seconds. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. Kennard with it. He's picked up by Williamson. Jackson. And he can't jam it through.
Oh, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Pass to Williamson. Just 5 on the clock. To the wing from Valanciunas. No good on the buzzer beater. And so that's the end of the first half. The Pelicans on top, up by 6. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the New Orleans Pelicans. First taste of the league for MP. What are you guys seeing?
A guy who's rushing things. You know, so much is expected of him. He's a third-generation NBA player, has all-world talent, but you could tell at the end of the half he was a little frustrated.
Sure looked that way, Kenny. Shaq is a heralded rookie in 1992. You had a big first game, 12 points, 18 boards, 3 blocks. What can MP do to turn this night around?
First of all, Ernie, don't ever release those stats again. You just don't care and worry about what other people think. You know what you can do. Trust that. Everything will fall into place. Trust me. 12 points, Ernie. Don't ever mention my name with 12 points.
I was going to say, I mean, the 18 boards, the 3 blocks, those are impressive, but shoot, I could have scored a dozen.
I'm insulted, Ernie.
And now looking at where things stand at the half, there's some work to be done for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Terrible shot selection, chucking up wild threes. I don't even know how they're still in this game.
And sometimes it's the right shot, but the wrong shooter. If you understand what I'm saying, you got to know your personnel and put them in positions to succeed.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. One guy who's been getting it done is Trey Murphy.
You know, I'm not really sure what defenders can do to slow him down. He's just too skilled.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
And with players like Moran and Giannis last season getting undercut around the rim, would you support moving the charge circle out a foot, Grant?
You know, B.A., that's a good idea. I mean, I don't see why not. The league wants more highlights and less injuries, so it seems to make a lot of sense to me.
Jackson Jr. and Adams guard the paint together. MP is out there with Ja Morant, and it's Bane in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. To the middle. Adams, a pass to MP. The shot, no good. Oh, good work defensively by Ingram. And Ingram has got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans. 4-point game. And at home for the next game, it'll be New York pulling in to face him. And that's the first of just 2 home games for him.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession. And then CJ getting slick.
McCollum against Moran. Jackson for 3. Rebounded by Ingram.
But a D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Jones, his shot is good.
I like the quick trigger from Jones that time. I know the shot was there, and I know he didn't wait for it.
And looking at Brandon Ingram's game, Brent, a lot of similarities to Kevin Durant.
Yeah, most of that, BA, comes with the build-out, right? Just a slender guy who can get the job done offensively. This guy can create problems for defenses, and he can also defend and cover his spot.
Brent, when you look at the Pelicans' 2023 season, Health played a big part in their ups and downs.
No doubt about it, BA. So difficult to build a winning culture, or at least a consistent competitive culture, when guys are in and out of that lineup. So consistency is a key. If they get that for their coaching staff, this team has a real chance to make some noise this year. McCollum with a great job using the screen, deadly either shooting or passing. Just a great job of reading things and action off the pick.
MP. Will it go? Boy, he overdid it there. Too much force on the foul, and he's calling for the flagrant one.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant one there. Lots of contact on that play, and the officials could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. One more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game. And Grant, there's so much hype around MP. Coming into the NBA with a big-time shoe deal.
And plenty of cachet, being a Jordan brand athlete. As if he needed any extra. But I'll tell you, he looks good with that Jumpman logo.
And we're going courtside for a report on MP.
Hey, Brian, MP is one of the most highly regarded prospects of all time, and the pressure to succeed is huge. Basketball fans across the globe are tuning in to see the debut of MP on the NBA stage. He'll have to put on a show to live up to the hype. That's even possible at this point, guys.
Yeah, he's looking to make a splash, isn't he? Thanks, Allie. And that one hits the back iron.
Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Spins. Pass to Jones. Here's McCollum. And the layup is good off the glass. McCollum's got 7.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Tillman's checked in for Adams. And Aldama subbed in for Jackson. And the Pelicans making a change here. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Pelicans. Looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the NBA's top dime droppers last year. 5th on the list, Ja Morant.
Not a lot of guys had better vision on the floor than him. He was able to see passing lanes and ready shooters no one else could.
Valanciunas with a screen on Morant. Down low. It's stolen away. MP with it. McCollum covering. And it's Morant missing.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
McCollum against Morant. Pass to Valanciunas. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 for New Orleans.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
They get back on track. Ooh, good work defensively by Ingram.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And the Grizzlies shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Morant, the pass to Aldama. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes.
Not just an aggressive scorer, Morant is also a fantastic distributor.
Double team on Ingram. Releases. Valanciunas can't get it to go. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. The 3 from Bain. Pelicans cleared away. Pass to McCollum. Valanciunas with a screen on Bain. There's McCollum with the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Tillman's got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside Bain. To the paint. Tries to break his ice. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making...
Checked in for Memphis. Zion Williamson is checked in for New Orleans. McCollum comes in for Daniels. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. MP inside. Alvarado defending. MP. Jackson finds MP. Rebounded by New Orleans. Dance has got his 6th rebound on the night.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
So for New Orleans right now, they've got C.J. McCollum, Trey Murphy out there with Zion Williamson. Then it's Larry Nance, and it's Alvarado in at shooting guard. And there's a 3-second violation.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Adams checked in for Clark. Desmond Bane comes in for Kennard. And it's Morant in for Smart. The Pelicans have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. MP against Jones. Puts up a 3. And the Pelicans miss again. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Jackson outside. Pass to MP. Shoots from the elbow. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Ingram against Bane. Up top, Valanciunas. Cash money on the open jump shot. And the Pelicans lead by 20.
And I know Valanciunas can be an enforcer on both ends of the floor, but right now it's all happening on the offensive end.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And until recently, it seemed like a foregone conclusion that the NBA's age limit would come back down to 18. Are you surprised that didn't happen, Grant?
You know, B.A., I am surprised. We heard players saying it's not fair to make guys wait. You know, Commissioner Silver seemed receptive, so that was slightly unexpected that age 19 remains full.
Brent, you just never know what you're going to see from Zion when he's on the floor.
Well, it's been so great. I mean, exhilarating when he's healthy. I just wish that that would be something we'd see more and more often. Easily one of the most dominant forces in the NBA. We talk a lot about guys and the obstacles that they overcome. Williamson has faced many setbacks, but still staying committed to the game.
Second free throw, no good. And Brent, for the Pelicans, it seems like it's a matter of time before Willie Green's group puts it all together.
They certainly have the pieces, and on paper, B.A., they are very, very scary. It's a young and talented core, and there's no reason that these guys should not be moving up in the Western Conference standings.
Shakes off strong D and gets to the bucket for 2 points. Williamson's got 5 points in the quarter. Timeout called. Memphis. So Memphis ends up. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for New Orleans?
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
And players now able to get richer extensions, up to 140% of their existing salary. But, Brent, what was the impetus for that change?
I think in certain cases before, it just didn't make financial sense for players to extend. But if the teams have the ability to go that high above BA and other teams can't offer you that money, you're in that position, you've got to take extensions rather than look for something that's greener pastures. And I think that's going to help teams to retain the players that they value, the players that they've drafted, and the players that they foundationally want to keep to build around.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Pelicans.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And the basket by MP.
And the concentration from MP. Even when the D's right on him, he finds a way to score.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
Alvarado outside. To the inside. And so New Orleans takes this one by a large margin. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time.
Thank y'all. Wow, listen,
right here.
I do my best to get to everybody, but we're going to try to do this in an orderly fashion, all right? Why don't we start right over here?
Lisa Sims, Daily Horn. MP, you came into the league heralded as the best player of your generation, but you really struggled tonight. Were you feeling the weight of expectations? Was it first game jitters, or maybe something else?
There were some jitters, but that's no big deal. Everyone gets nervous from time to time. You just gotta learn how to deal with it. Bottom line, I wasn't good tonight. But it's just one game. Once I get my feet wet, I'll start making the kind of difference everyone expects me to make. Thank you. Next question. Right over here. Right over here.
Nina Becker hier, Sportbild monatlich. Bist du sehr enttäuscht, dass du dein erstes NBA-Spiel verloren hast? Du weißt, du hast Fans auf der ganzen Welt, die dich anfeuern.
Lena Becker, Sport Monthly. Are you disappointed in losing your first NBA game, knowing that you have fans watching all around the world?
I mean, it's always disappointing to lose, but it's just one game. And as far as fans watching from around the world goes, hey, I've been playing in front of global audiences for a few years now, so that's nothing new. Shouts out to Germany, though, Danke. And winning is always the goal, no matter who I'm playing in front of. And losing, like I said, is always disappointing. Thank you. All right, who's next? In the back, in the back.
Damian Patterson, City Free Press. What does it mean to you to be a third-generation NBA player, following in the footsteps of your father Prince and grandfather Chuck?
It means a lot, yeah. You gotta respect where you come from, and I come from a line of guys who got basketball in their blood. But the most important thing to me right now is representing these fans and the city and bringing them the championship they deserve. As much as I love my dad and miss my grandpa, I play for the name on the front of the jersey, not on the back. Thank you. Next question. Right up front.
One more question.
Parfait, merci. Béatrice Corbet, La Compétition. Votre maillot est le maillot le plus vendu en France en ce moment. Avez-vous un message pour vos fans français?
Beatrice Corbet, The Competition. Your jersey is the #1 selling jersey in France at the moment. Do you have any message for your French fans?
Man, love you guys. France is awesome. I went there to help promote my first shoe deal, and I fell in love with the country. I mean, there's so much beautiful history there, but it's also very modern and forward-thinking at the same time. I'd love to go back someday and spend some serious time there. Thank y'all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank y'all.
One more.
Proud of you, MP.
What? They got locked down out there.
What up, Tom? Come on, man. One game doesn't define you. Even if you did blow it.
So now I gotta sit and watch tape with you just to show you all the stuff I did do right? Come on, Pop, I thought you knew ball.
You see, I knew you weren't that upset.
No, you're right. It's just one game.
It's just one game. Lucky you got me here to give you some perspective.
Hey, I appreciate it, Pop. You here to keep me on track.
And you know what the goal is.
Greatness.
That's right. Oh, speaking of, you know who this guy is.
Yeah, what about him?
Just updated his all-time GOAT list. Says that you have a chance to make it to the top someday.
For real?
Mm-hmm. Take a look.
So with all this talk about MP being the best prospect since LeBron James and Victor Wembanyama being a generational talent, it got me thinking about my all-time GOAT list. Now, if you are new to the pod, you might not know that I have a passion for ranking the legends. I've spent a massive amount of time researching their careers, and I placed them into 5 tiers of greatness. You can find that list on my website, by the way. Now, I love working on my GOAT list, but these guys are so legendary that they tend to stay in the same spot year after year, so I decided to add a new tier called the Got Next tier. This tier contains some of the younger guys in the league who aren't quite GOATs yet, but who, if they continue on their current trajectories, will almost certainly be in that discussion when their careers are over. Now, you may be wondering who's in the Got Next tier, so let's get to it. These are in order, by the way. Luka, Embiid, Tatum, Zion, Wembanyama, and of course, MP. Now, a lot of you might be like, I put MP behind Wembanyama, but they're basically tied, as I see it. And if MP distinguishes himself early on, I'll be happy to swap him with Vic. So, let me know. What do you think? Is there anyone who should be on the Got Next tier but isn't? Is there anyone who is there but shouldn't be? Hit me up on social. We'll talk about it.
These are the kind of people you want to decide if they're going to call you the GOAT someday.
Oh, come on, Pop. Media doesn't matter. It's all about winning games.
You're wrong. You need to understand how these people see you. I wish I would have played the game when I was your age.
It's like, all due respect, Pop. I'm not like you. I'm not going to make the same mistakes you did.
I spent the best years of my career in losing situations because winning organizations didn't see me as someone who had their head screwed on tight.
Because you didn't, though.
Not at first, okay? But when I was with Dallas, they gave me a shot. Could have been sooner if I had played the game.
All right.
Son, you're trying to do something that nobody's ever done before. And when you do it, believe me, you will do it. There's going to be no question who the GOAT is.
Short memory. On to the next one.
Hey, I'm not gonna do my boy dirty like that. He had a bad game, but you know he the truth. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure he wanted to play better, but it is what it is. He'll be fine.
MP's got the passion, focus, and preparation to be great. I won't worry about it at all. MP's got the passion.
All right, MP, you ready?
Born ready.
Hey, MP.
This from earlier on, the Nuggets getting off the team bus and showing their fashion sense. Got to make a grand entrance when you're on the road. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the Denver Nuggets. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Sharing the wing spots, it's Caldwell Pope and Porter. Underneath in the post, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. And for Memphis, the lengthy post tandem for him, Jackson and Adams. Ja Morant, he's out there with MP. And it's Bane in at the small forward position. And Greg, you look at the expectations of MP, it has to weigh heavily on him.
Well, I mean, so much has been made about how he's the next big thing. And Kevin, very often players don't live up to the hype. But if MP is half as good as people think he'll be, this team has a star on their hands.
Well, Richard, you played for 8 different teams, so early on, what's it like adapting to a new club? New players, new chemistry, new everything.
Well, 8, man, that is a lot. But look, at the end of the day, the one thing that you learn is that it's just the basketball. And the faster you can figure out your teammates in the system, the more success you and your team will have.
And it's in there.
Well, MP doesn't make it easy on defenders using a little dribble move to throw off the coverage.
Murray against Morant. Caldwell Pope for 3. Another 3 for Denver.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
To the inside. Here's MP. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Inside, MP does a good job of just asserting himself, doing what needs to be done to get that finish.
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Morant against Murray. Here's Porter. And Bane pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Morant. Really struggled in the loss against New Orleans. Here's MP. Denver grabs the miss. So the Nuggets will try to defend their title. Greg, what do you think of their chances?
They're as deep as any team in the league, headlined by the 2-time MVP in his prime. But this league is more wide open than it's been in recent memory. They will be challenged.
And I know MP's been thinking about this matchup for a long time. Taking on the defending champion gives a team a great idea of how they measure up. To be the best, you've got to beat the best.
That's what this game is all about for MP. Proving to himself and everyone else that they belong in the title conversation. Greg, for a franchise like Memphis, is there a specific way they have to build?
Through the draft. I mean, they aren't going to get the huge A-list free agents, so you have to hit on your picks. You also have to keep your guys happy. Sign them to smart extensions.
Now here's Murray. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Caldwell Pope with a wide-open look. Off target with his 3. Grizzlies have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And the pass to Adams. Morant outside. Adams with the screen on Porter. Morant finds Adams. Memphis moving it around. 6 to shoot. Here's MP. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And not allow...